Good evening, YouTube. This is Kaylin String coming at you with my August prepping stock-up haul. This one will be a little bit smaller. It will not include a few things that I had bought right before my trip, and I just didn't buy as much, but what I have I hope will be some good ideas for you. But anyway, got to change it up a little bit. So as always, when I do these the food, I will start with the cold stuff first, that way I can get it back in the fridge. So as we all know, bread is going to be an issue, flours are going to be an issue. So I have a loaf of bread here on top of the cookies. And of course, you know how it is when I travel with bread, it gets squished, but that's a loaf of bread. Then I have just a pack of flour tortillas. And I have another pack of these 9 grain and seeds tortillas. I really like these. And then I have a jug of milk. There weren't those tortillas, but I'll get them in a minute. I have something in mind for this. I have another ingredient that I bought, but I'm keeping that in the fridge because, it's the consistency of the way it is, and it's my secret ingredient. So this milk will come into play for that. And then inside this bag, although I have a few small cucumbers in here, like I got a bunch of peppers. See these little cucumbers? These are good English cucumbers. But I have a lot of peppers, which I'm going to be putting on my dehydrator. And I did get a replacement. It's the exact same model as my other one that died. So all the peppers that are on here, I got some Anaheims. I believe these are banana peppers. And I have some jalapenos. And these bell peppers, I will cut those up and dehydrate them so that I can add to my stock of dehydrated veggies. So give me a bit. I'll put these away and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. As you can see, I have 2 packs of these cookies. I actually got these late last month, but I include these in my I got these earlier, this month, but I include these. I keep these in my fridge because that's just the way I am. But anyway, so the rest of these came from a variety of places, and one of the places at Walmart, and they had these. Some of these are over $1 for the same number of a drink mix. Six in there. Some of them for the same number would be like $1.29 or something like this. But these Sonic ones were $1, so it's always good to have things like this in your preps. And just mix it up a bit. Some soup and oyster crackers. These are Goldfish Mega Bites. These are bigger in size, just for something different. And just a beef ramen. And because I want to up my grain game some, I got a bag of this tricolor quinoa. So it's like a like a dark brown, almost black, red, and then the white quinoa. And then, of course, I got me some coffee. More coffee. I got another one of these Recipe Secrets onion, because why not? And again, to up my grain game, I got a bag of sushi rice. This is Calrose. Calrose rice is one of the rices that Alaska Prepper likes. So because I like to have a variety in my stock, I went with that one. These are some ranch. I do not have to have this, but I saw this and I thought, you know, this might be something worth showing for those that have to have this. This is grain-free tortilla chips, dairy-free. And I'm going to show you the ingredients. Cassava flour, coconut flour, nutritional yeast, chia seed. So it's got some of the other ingredients that you would associate with the ranch flavor, but there is no dairy and there is no grains. So if you have to be gluten-free, if you have to be dairy-free but you like this flavor, you know, it might be worth a try. I'm going to give them a try. And this little honey bear, this is a size that I always take with me when I go camping, because my mother does the same thing that I do. And I always remember to bring the honey, and she forgets it, so I pack it. So we share out of this, something like this every night before we go to bed. We take a tablespoon of honey. Now, this is not the raw honey, but just want to show you that honey has so many uses, and we like to use it like medicine. More chili style beans, because why not? Another can of chicken, Vienna sausages. I tried to put 2 in my cart, but I think one of them got away, but that's okay. Sliced carrots, no salt added. So if you want the carrots, but you don't want to have all that salt that you would associate with canned vegetables, here's an idea for you. And because meat is going to be at such a premium, I got me another can of roast beef. And this is roasted diced tomatoes. I'd never seen these in a can before, so I figured why not give those a go. And of course, you got to have some fruit. And this can got dented somehow, so who knows, maybe I'll end up eating that one. And then the last item in here, I'm going to pause this while I open this up. I wanted to have some more salt in my storage. So this is kosher salt. This is the size box that we have quite a few of at the mosque. In fact, I think we have 10 of them. Plus what's in the container that's in the kitchen. But this is in the bag because the guy in the Hy-Vee where I bought this particular one said that the box might have been leaking a little bit. But I told him, don't worry about it because I'm going to repackage it anyway. And of course, I decided to go ahead and add a box of the Hy-Vee Rice Krispies. And again, because wheat is going to be at a premium possibly. It depends on how the harvest goes. But anyway, it's better to be prepared. It's better to have it and not need it now than to need it and not have it. So this is a rotini pasta. And speaking of pastas, I got 3 more of these rice noodles. Like for pad thai. And so this is another pasta option for those that like pasta that cannot have the sweet pasta. So you don't necessarily have to only make it in pad thai. You could use this for other dishes. So this is an option. Again, for those that have to be gluten-free. There are also pastas made out of lentils and chickpeas. That you can go with. This is a bag of quick oats, which I will also repackage for storage. And then the regular long grain rice. I got one of these last month, so I will put these two together in one bag. And then with that quinoa, that should finish up a rice bucket. Well, rice and grain bucket. And then I'm going to do a little shifting around. Okay, this is a 10-pound bag of the Walmart Great Value granulated sugar. And again, every time I buy sugar, I always keep it inside of this plastic bag until I'm ready to put it into whatever container I'm going to put it in, just like the salt here. So this fills up the container that I keep on my counter completely. So if that one is completely empty, this fills it up. So I still have some left in there, so I will just keep this in this bag until I'm ready to fill that. And then that is all for this, so I'll do a little bit more shifting. In fact, I won't even need to. Yeah, see some of the salt escaped. Now, usually when I've done these, I would do a separate video on the non-food stuff. But because I have so few things, I'm just going to show them. And a couple of these are food related anyway. So, but I'm just going to go ahead and try to add them all into this video. I got 2 more deodorants. One will be a user after the one I'm currently using runs out. The other one goes into storage. And although I do not use these myself, I decided to go ahead and grab a box of these regular tampons as barter items, or for if I know someone who needs them, I can help them out. So that's why I have these. And the same with these little packs of these pads. I do not use this particular one, but I still get this because I know someone who does, and on the trip I wanted to be prepared in case I needed to help that person out. So that's why I packed these in my suitcase, but I didn't need them, so I will store them. And then I did get, as I said, I did get the dehydrator. I just don't have it here because it's in my kitchen. But I checked my mail, but instead of finding mail, someone dropped a hand sanitizer. Little dinged up on the bottom, but no leaks. It's almost completely full. So I figured, you know what? I'm not going to let this go to waste. And then I got 2 sets of accessories for the dehydrator. I already took the label off. These are what I tried to order last year, but because they were shipped by U.S. mail and the mail carrier literally folded them over like a taco and broke them, I couldn't use those. But this person had 2 pairs of these. These are the liners that you put in the tray for making fruit roll-ups, or if you want to dehydrate something liquid. So there are 4 of these. And then I got 2 sets, and these came very fast. These are what's called the cleanest screen. So this matches, so this is the dehydrator that I have. And it shows the herb on the screen for tiny bits. So now that I have extra trays that I can use, I now have 6 of these. And I could run a couple of these if I wanted. But I don't think I'm going to push it. And then one thing I also did get, my phone that I normally use for making calls started acting up, so I found on eBay. Of course, I have to have Mila, even though she's no longer with us. But this is called, it's from T-Mobile. It's called the Revvl, R-E-V-V-L 5G. It's a big one. And it allows me to consolidate some apps from a couple of others. You know, what I had on my old phone that I make calls on, plus my Galaxy that I'm streaming on now. I was able to consolidate a lot of those apps onto here. And this is compatible with the 5G network, although I still don't get signal in basements. The only thing I need to get is a case, because this back part has cracks in it, but they're more surface, but I want to protect it anyway, so I'm going to order me a case. And then one more thing I'm going to show you, which is food related. Because Amazon is no longer going to be selling this type of Mylar bag, I decided to go elsewhere. And this is a 60 pack of 3 different sizes of Mylar bags that I found on eBay. And it came with this small pack of oxygen absorbers. These, oops, sorry about that. These I would use for like this size bag, or maybe 2 of them in these quart bags. But these are all Ziploc bags. And these are gusseted. So there's these little pints, the quarts, and then these gallons. These bottom ones here are gallons. And it includes labels. Which is pretty nice because I'm just using label scrap that I cut away from labels that I get, like return labels. Any blank portions of the label, I literally cut that free from the parts that have the text on them, and I use those to make labels out of. Plus I use address labels and things like that. But so you can get Mylar bags on other sites, such as sites that sell prepping supplies, eBay, you know, direct from the manufacturer. Say like if you go through Wallaby, which is a brand of Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. So that's why I decided to go ahead and get stocked up on Mylar bags, because, for instance, these smaller sizes, these are great for herbs, or say if you want to do a single serving of something. That's what these are good for. So having an additional size of bag, because I have some 2 quarts and I have 1 gallons that are not Ziploc, but now I am more stocked up on Mylar bags, and I'm just going to keep them in this box. In fact, I might throw my other ones in there just to keep the cat from getting at them so they don't get ruined. I'll just have to get different size oxygen absorbers, but that's an easy do for another day. So anyway, I hope all these things give you ideas on what you can do to add to your preps. So anyway, it's time to up your prepping game. Do whatever you can do in whatever way best fits your situation, because you never know what could happen. And yes, my air conditioner did get fixed, but then it went out, it acted up again, so I actually got a whole new unit, which has a remote control that glows in the dark. So that's another thing that I got today. He came in while I was at the mosque and put in a whole new unit, and it now works a whole lot better. So anyway, keep on prepping, because the more you can do now, the more you will be able to do later on. Anyway, thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.